back. He showed up. We decided to do a normal game, and I was just like, I don't have a lot of time. I gotta go to bed soonish.
And then fucking Miles accidentally dodges.
Yeah, he actually dodged the game and got us banned from playing normal games for about 6 minutes. I'm just like, I'm just fucking leaving now. Bye.
That's a good thing you did, because after that we did like an hour-long game.
God damn.
Actually, I think it was probably a couple games after that. Yeah, it was.
Alright, we'll go ahead and get started. You can go ahead and put your character tokens next to Riverside on the map.
God, so formal. Streaming has changed you, Chuck. I don't like it.
Alright. Oh wait, fuck, don't I?
This is when I struggle to find where I'm at on the map.
Who's bringing what?
I'm bringing Galay.
Interesting.
Elaine for me.
You know what this investigation needs? More barbarians.
All the barbarians. Only barbarian.
Does anyone have at least a decent intelligence? Okay, thank God.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll bring Ares for that. Actually, let me check. How far along is Garius on his? Jake. How far is Ares?
Yeah, I finished my robo useful items.
Oh, I remember what it was that I was considering making.
I'll bring Ares because closer to be done on the establishment. Downtime, I turn this 4 into a 5. Well. Wilder. You prepare to get shanked?
You haven't. God, do I have to roll 11d100? Holy shit.
If you have not started doing your downtime, you can go ahead and do it.
Don't tell me what to do.
Do your downtime.
I don't know what to do for downtime for Galay. She doesn't need magic items.
Make pottery for money.
That is very specific.
Yep. Pottery is always important.
That's very true.
Her work during the week can be slinging biscuits.
Yeah.
The limp biscuits.
Taking topics.
Fighting the abominations in the kitchen.
Oh fuck, I rolled like 7 spell scrolls. Great.
Oh my god, hark. Bard is ancient.
Maybe Galay will start her own establishment.
Because Laura's not a good boss, right?
No, it would be like an environmental agency against the attacks of random bears.
That's actually not bad.
Andros would help with that. Considering he's attacked Drake or Drake's relatives multiple times for that same reason.
Just so many bear attacks on the only road to and from Ashford.
Well, no, for arena fights, that's what keeps
Oh.
happening. Is fucking.
It's way worse.
Oh yeah.
Is everyone's tokens down?
Is your token down?
Dude, I got so much gold from this robe of useful items, holy shit. I got 5k gold from this thing.
I told you.
Everyone should be down, babe.
Okay. Okay, so this mission's not so straightforward, but a bit straightforward in that it was a normal mission posted by the VFBI. Seemed like there was or is a small house in the Copper District that's been having issues over the last couple weeks or so. Few minor reports at first of just workers from around town going missing, going into the house. The local residents that lived in the house also had gone missing. And so few of the lower ranking Blackguard were sent in to figure out what was going on, just try to ascertain what the situation had in hand. And even those few low ranking guards went missing once they went into the house. It's gotten to the point that superstition is starting to bubble up in a lot of the community. People are starting to believe the house is haunted or something malicious is living there, and so they've asked for assistance from a small group of adventurers to help out, figure out what's going on inside of this house. Specifically, Agent Javier has been tasked to lead up this one since his Sven mission has been put on the side until they figure out how to return him to his own realm. So all of you have taken this mission, posted from the boards, and all met up at the location that was described in the Copper District. As you all come approaching, first it's easy enough to spot Agent Javier out front of the house. He seems to be talking to a few other guards. The area seems to be taped off at like a normal crime scene. And he spots you all walking over. You also look behind him at the house itself. It seems relatively ubiquitous compared to the rest of the houses around. It just seems very normal. There doesn't seem to be anything foreboding about it. Nothing. The windows aren't letting off an eerie light. There's nothing malicious about this house at first glance. Just seems to be a normal house in the Copper District. It is set aside from a lot of the other houses. It has a very large yard, small well out back, and a tree, since it is closer to the outer walls of the outer ring. And as you all approach, Javier spots all of you, and he seems to skip the formalities here. He seems a little bit more rushed to get this mission posting done and out of the way, as he recognizes most of you, even with some of you just running on the last mission for him. He points and says, "Oh, good, you're here. Come over. I need to debrief you quickly so we can get this over with." He waves you all over to what seems like a table with some different parchment strewn out, a couple of maps. He walks over and starts to describe the situation. He says, "Here we have a small 2-story cottage. The bottom floor seems to be a bit of a makeshift tavern area. A lot of the local peasants and more poor community like to come here to get drinks often. That's where some of the new reports started surfacing of people disappearing. Some of the local community seems to have been going in to get their normal nightly drink after working for the day, and have not come back out. Before this whole circumstance, we have no reports of anything out of the ordinary happening in this community, let alone inside this house." He points up at the second story and says, "There is a second story. It's most of the living quarters for the people that live in the house, but also does seem to be some rooms that they rent out occasionally, a bit of a bunkhouse of sorts." He looks over at the group for a long moment and says, "I've had 5 guards in total go into this place and have not heard nor seen any whereabouts of them once they entered the house. I can see easily enough into the front door. I can look through each of the windows in the house. Seems to be completely normal from the outside, so I'm unsure what you're going to encounter once you go in, but he, what's up?" Okay, thought someone said something. He says,
It was a ringtone, I think.
Okay, he says, "But regardless, I'm going to need you all to go in there and report on what you find in there." He said, "The success of this mission is not so much evil in the long run." He kind of makes air quotes at that. He looks at the house and stays quiet for a long moment before turning to the group and says, "I really don't have any other words of assistance for you unless you have any questions for me."
Are we already at the house?
Yep, you are all standing out front of the house. I'll actually move you to the map.
Okay.
I have
good.
question, comrade. Live in house have issues or no issues for them?
He shakes his head and he says, "Well, it's the strangest thing. I wouldn't even have known this place existed until 2 weeks ago when we started getting these reports of people going missing." He says it's just very, very strange altogether.
Oh, you said that you want to see if the house was evil in the long run? I think I can do that. I'll divine sense and see if the house is evil in the long run.
Yeah, so your divine sense kicks in as you study the house for a moment. The land is not consecrated nor desecrated, so it does seem to be just completely normal ground. Then you start to study the house specifically, and your divine sense isn't picking up anything that is inherently evil, nor anything celestial for that matter. It's just not really pinging anything.
Seems like a normal house to me. She walks off.
Agent Javier says, "Oh, thank God. All right. Well, here you go. He pays you guys your gold and your XP." And I'm joking.
But I mean, this house is neither abandoned nor haunted. There's like seems like a pretty normal house. I don't get why you're so worried about it.
He looks at Elaine and says, "I've had 5 guards go missing and multiple accounts of peasants disappearing into this house and not coming back."
But so what? Like, people come and go.
He kind of furrows his brow at Elaine and looks at the rest of the group and says, "This is not normal, right?"
It's pretty normal for her.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
This is usually how it goes with Elaine.
The house making people disappear is not a normal house.
Well, listen, guys, I've heard this super cool legend. It was like a house which was alive and it used to eat children. It also like there was. Oh shit! Never mind.
He nods and looks at Elaine and says, "Exactly. That's why I need you to figure out what in the world's going on here."
Ah merda. Merda. Cosa va fanculo.
So you say that the people that walked into this house have disappeared, right?
He nods and says, "Yes, the few task orgs that I've set together concerning some of the guards sent into the house, they did not report back in, nor has anyone seen them. Looking into the house from outside, at least, I don't see them inside there, so..."
That is concerning. So is there. And,
How far?
Yeah. Step
How
one,
far-
let's figure out how far in we can go before someone disappears. So I'm gonna send Clank in.
And me, Ares and the clone Ares will just stand behind, stroking Chen.
Yeah, Clank,
Send Clank in,
Clank walks into the house, and you see Clank standing there.
and have him walk back out.
Yeah, he walks back out fine.
All right. So it seems like there is likely something in the house causing problems, and it may not be the house itself that is teleporting or kidnapping or what have you.
Does the house have anything resembling the little, like the thing you have inside of the mouse on top of your throat? You know that
A
like
uvula.
a uvula.
Are you asking Agent Javier this?
I'm looking into the house.
Oh, you don't see a uvula in the house.
Okay.
In all honesty, looking into the house, you feel like you're looking into a regular residential place that's been turned into a bit of a makeshift tavern in the Copper District. It seems completely normal from the outside.
Which means exactly the opposite. Where's my retriever? Where's my golden retriever?
You don't need to send the golden retriever.
Yeah, we have lots of scouts. Let's send in the Ares clone first.
Okay.
Okay, you do it then. Do you want me to cast the scene? I cannot cast scene as the retail team. Never mind.
There.
You can do one better, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast True Seeing through my Seeing thingamajig. My gem of Seeing. Or whatever it is. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go in there with my drone, 120 feet of True Vision, True Sight. Do I see anything in the main room?
Yeah, with your true sight, you look about, and no, nothing out of place.
Okay. Do I see any stairs going down or just up?
You just see the stairs going up.
Going to go upstairs.
Okay. So just Ares will move this map.
For now, yes.
Bark. not hasted.
All right, so yeah, you find yourself on the second floor.
Just gonna start walking around. No traps here, no traps here. Gonna peek into each of these rooms.
Okay, go ahead and throw me up a perception check as you look into the rooms. Yeah, you look into that room and you actually spot what looks like to be a small pouch, a coin purse sitting on the table to your right as you poke your head in that room.
Okay.
You loot with this thing? I don't.
I will open and look inside it.
Yeah, seems to be but 10 gold in there.
Neat. I'm just gonna take that. I don't even know if I can move that. I don't think I can move it with my Ares clone. I'm just gonna leave it there and just remember it's there.
Okay.
I'll come get it later because I don't think I can take it right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna check the next room.
Okay. Another.
I'm gonna roll again or.
Yep,
Okay.
yep. For each room you look into. You
Oh,
look
that's
into this room. Seems to be a bit more messy than the last room. I would say with the 14, you could tell that people have been here within the last couple weeks. As in sleeping, the beds are still a bit of a mess, but yeah, nothing really jumps out to you in this room.
Okay, I'm going to the next room.
You look about this room for a long moment. Nothing seems to once again jump out. It seems to be a regular like bunkhouse style room. A few beds in there. The table has a few things, utensils and whatnot strewn about it. As you turn to leave this room, though, you do notice this large, what looks like almost I would say like a prism, a crystal looking material sitting on the table. It does catch your eye as you're about to step out of the room. It looks out of place compared to the rest of the utensils and everything on the table.
Hello?
Chug, you there?
Yeah, did you hear me?
I think this got an aneurysm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you look about the room. It seems to be normal bunkhouse style room. Nothing really out of the ordinary. The table has a few utensils strewn about it. Everything seems completely fine until you're just about to take a step out of the room, and you do notice something that looks out of place. It's this large, prismatic-looking crystalline material. This almost a ball sitting on the table in the middle of the utensils. It does seem a bit out of place. It catches your eye, I mean, before you depart the room.
That's weird. Is this a window here? Or is this like this whole black area is just outside, right?
The black area is outside. This is just a smaller upper floor, and that is a window.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'll keep looking at that, and then after a few minutes, if it's just not doing anything, I'm gonna go to the next room.
Okay.
Wow.
Nothing seems
Don't you have
special in
advantage,
this
by the
room.
way?
I guess I would.
okay.
I'm wearing the goggles. I guess I would have advantage on sight-based. Everything's super zoomed in.
Okay.
I thought that was from your race.
No.
Yeah, nothing seems out of the ordinary in this room. Just pretty unbecoming.
Okay, I'm gonna check this last door.
Okay, yeah, it's open. It opens up easily enough. Seems to be a stock room, storeroom for
Do you
various
want me to roll
goods.
perception or just
If you'd,
spot it?
yeah, if you'd like to see if you notice anything in there.
Oh yeah, 20.
Just seems to. If anything, the thing that seems out of place is they seem to be storing hops in here. The hops are getting a bit old. The molds kind of started on a few of the bags, but other than that, nothing out of the ordinary.
Ah, yes, aging quite nicely.
Do you see any? No, you can't hear me. Never mind.
I'm going back into the room.
Okay.
Everyone, I see a weird thing. I'm going to poke it. And I
Not
poke.
like we
I
stop
poke
you.
the sphere.
Okay. You poke it, and a few quiet moments go by, and nothing seems to happen.
Okay, well, I'll dismiss my clone. I'm like, guys, this is a normal house.
What was the weird thing you saw?
It was just like a weird prismatic sphere thing.
Ooh.
I poked it. Nothing happened.
Alright. Well, very at least sounds interesting.
I will step inside as myself.
Okay. Yeah, you step inside. Easy enough.
I die.
You take
Only reason that, Ares
2
and
million
the,
smite damage.
like, Ares and Clank were fine because it only affects humanoids, and the fucking clone isn't technically even a creature. I hate it.
I'll pet my doggo and tell it to stay and wait for me outside.
I'm going to before we go in, or before I go in at least, I'm gonna put down an anchor right next to the puppo.
I'll cast invisibility on myself, by the way.
Oh yeah, I do have True Sight still. Did the True Sight do anything when I looked at the sphere?
No. With your clone poking it, no, nothing seemed to happen.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go check these rooms.
Okay, yeah, you crack it open. A bit weird. The hearth is still burning, but the food and dishes and things about the room seem to be... They've been there for a minute. Things are a bit aged.
Guys, I am less convinced this is a normal house. The fire is still going.
Ooh, since I now am technically a chef, can I see if the food has anything to do with it?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh man, not
Not
cooking.
not a cooking
It's
tool
gotta
check.
be an investigation.
Or an investigation, that works too.
Okay.
Can
I
I-
was gonna like
can-
an investigation.
Fuck you, Hard. Can I get perception?
Yes, give me a perception check.
God damn it.
You can tell the food is at least a week and a half old from the amount of aging. It has mildew or mold that's built up on it.
Is it eatable?
The cheese, you could tell that it's already mold anyway, so if you just cut away the mold, the cheese would be fine. But like the bread and the meats and things like that are too far gone.
Cut off the mold of the cheese. This is like sacrilege. I divine sense to see if cheese is consecrated.
Yeah, you don't get anything once you divine sense the cheese.
Elaine eats the cheese.
Oh, yeah. So it's tasty. It's definitely aged. It's a very, very sharp cheddar.
Oh, okay. Cheddar? It was cheddar with mold? Yeah. That's not good cheese. Specify.
It's a
It
poor
was
man's
Gouda.
cheese. All right, what is the party doing next?
Clink and Clank are gonna start making their ways upstairs.
Okay.
Stop doing that.
Shiny crystal.
I'm gonna follow them because I want to watch them die.
Did you investigate the whole of downstairs?
Yeah.
You investigate a literal room and that's it. There's like 500 other rooms.
There's two other rooms.
Are any of those kegs open?
A few of the kegs seem to have been tapped. Other ones are not tapped yet.
Galeia's gonna get herself a beer.
Okay. As you pour it out, you can tell from your experience drinking that it's a very poor man's ale. Pretty low quality. You see bits and chunks of hops coming out with of the spout. And once you do taste it, very bitter. Aged well enough. It does the job for the poor peasant that comes in to drink.
Alright, I'll throw down a silver on the counter for the non-people in the
Not people.
establishment.
Yep, a wraith-like hand appears and takes the silver. I'm joking. No, that didn't.
And then I'll go upstairs with the rest of the party.
Okay. Lane, are you searching the rest of that area?
Yes, I'd like to search the rest of the area.
Okay. Yeah, as you step in, I won't even need a perception check for this one. You can just tell at face value this is just a storeroom.
Is there wine?
You do see a cask or two.
Is there bottled wine?
You don't see any bottled wine.
Okay, I walk out.
Okay.
What about this?
Yeah, the smell that hits your face once you walk in here, you can immediately tell this is the restroom.
Oh man, never lucky. Okay, I'll go up. I'll stay with Glay for now, so I don't know where she's going.
Okay, so only Clink Clank and Ares Clone are going upstairs?
I think the lay was going upstairs, which would mean Elaine's going upstairs, and Is Welder awake?
Yeah, I'm just hanging out downstairs right now. I just see everyone's
Okay.
going upstairs, but I'm just.
So you're
I'm
not gonna go
trying-
upstairs.
No, he's just Cassio's just looking around right now. He's trying to figure
Oh.
out why this house is so weird.
Okay, I will.
He gets
do-
lost in thought.
I will do.
I'll
this
put him
one-
down at the base of the stairs.
There you go. Yep.
You should investigate the fire. It's weird.
Well, you saw it with True Sight and didn't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah,
so
but the
he's
fact that
just
it's still
looking around.
lit is weird.
It's lit, fam. Oh, I should have detect magic. Not too late. You know, in fact, I'll put up detect magic right now. What am I losing?
Okay. Yeah, as you cast detect magic, other than your companion and their items, you're not picking up any other things letting off magic in the area. No like illusion spells are being placed or anything like that.
I don't imagine. It's just like it lasts for 10 minutes, so I can walk around with it.
Yep. Clink,
shows up as a goddamn rainbow.
Clink and Clank, you do walk in and you spot what Ares was talking about. It's pretty hefty looking crystalline style material, prismatic shard.
Clank will pick it up.
Okay, you pick it up. It is catching the light kind of nicely from that's spilling in the window. It kind of makes a bit of a rainbow effect in the center.
I would like to kind of analyze it with my jeweler's tools.
Okay.
What check? Where?
I would say
That would be better.
I would say you can choose either wisdom or intelligence.
Okay, I'll go with intelligence.
You don't give him a choice.
So I got a 32.
It
So once
doesn't.
I hear them all like here, I'll start walking up the stairs.
Okay.
'Cause I'm assuming I can hear them walking on the wood floors.
Does not take you very long to figure out that this is not a normal piece of crystalline material. You don't recognize the material, which kind of confuses you for a moment as you're analyzing it with your very tools that were made for doing such. As you keep looking at it, it's giving off almost like an otherworldly vibe. Something that maybe not is something that is maybe not normal to this plane. Very, very unusual crystalline gem. You're not really getting anything else out of it though. You're more so confused in the long run, but you are able to gather that little bit of information.
I did kind of assume it was exoplanar when it was something, a material I didn't recognize.
Is it magical in any way?
As Clink is holding it, no.
Clank is holding it.
As Clank is holding it, no.
Okay, is it divine sensical in any way?
Makes sense.
You're not getting anything from it right now.
I'm gonna poke it with my real finger.
Yeah, so as for the moment that you poke it, immediately a bit of light starts to shed from it. You see a very bright light within the center of it get brighter for a moment, but once you pull your finger away, it stops and goes away, and then it goes back to normal. The divine or the detect magic, you started detecting something similar to like a Misty Step spell, Elaine.
Celebration is usually conjuration.
Yeah, it's a conjuration. You were getting a conjuration school from it for a split moment until the light disappeared.
I'll communicate that to the group.
Ooh, pass it to me. Cassio holds out his hands.
It's gonna start glowing and you touch it.
Okay. I'll have Clank hand it to him.
Okay.
I'll grab it and hold on to it.
I will step away.
Cassio, as it's in your hands, the light starts to shed again. It is slowly getting brighter. The sense of the conjuration school, Elaine, is almost. I would say it's like a ear-splitting noise. The detection you're getting from this, as the longer he holds it, the brighter the light gets.
Hold on. Give it back to Clank for a second.
Oh,
I'm
looking at it though. All right, I'll hand it back.
As he does so, the light slowly dissipates, and so does the detect magic feeling.
Wait a second.
And this is weird.
Can the teleport spell targets? Can go to other planes, can't it?
The teleport spell? No.
I thought it couldn't, but I
that'd be Kate.
don't.
No,
Oh,
you're
must be on the
thinking
same
of-
plane of existence. There it is. Okay.
I can banish it maybe, but that's not making
Oh.
any sense.
Nah, we'll just send it home and just someone else drop them.
Or I can just go through it.
But you were holding it when it was conjuring, right? Like,
Yeah.
could you like put your head through it, or?
I don't know. Why don't I hold it and figure it out?
You'll probably teleport, but
And then he'll never be seen again.
how close are we standing together?
Well-
I'm standing far away from Cassio.
Yeah.
I
can try and.
I mean, worst
teleport it.
case scenario, I end up kind of far away.
Another plane of existence.
Planes are nothing.
Well, they're not nothing.
If that's what you mean, then maybe I should go because I can. If somebody ends up in another plane, I can banish myself back here.
Well, I have a feeling you can teleport back. Just a
Yeah.
suspicion.
Yes, I can get myself back to my anchor.
Isn't it limited to your range
The
though?
range of the teleport spell, but if
Range
there's-
of my spells.
Yeah, but if he has one that goes across dimensions, then
Do you have one that crosses dimensions?
Well, I'm doubting I'm crossing dimensions.
that's what we're pretty sure. Okay, you know what? How about let's test it? Because this thing probably wasn't here like 6 months ago, right?
Probably not.
Oh, that's a good point.
So I can use the teleport spell to teleport to where an object came from. Yeah, I can use it. I can teleport using the associated object familiarity to always land on target.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
Mhm.
But do you have teleport?
I do now. I have helmet teleportation.
Ah,
That's neat. Where did you
Yeah.
get that?
Just now,
Did you just build it?
of course.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's real nice having.
I mean, sure. You
I
can.
can. So
I
yeah,
think the Casio on
what-
your maybe.
once everyone is within 10 feet of Clink, I will try to teleport to where that thing came from.
Okay.
Sure. Make a way to move. then.
If it is from another plane, then
What happened? What? Where'd I
it
go?
would-
Why did you delete Ares? Oh wait, no,
Wait,
he's not deleted. He's visible.
Yeah,
wait.
I went invisible
wait.
too.
Yeah, I went invisible too.
So everyone's own tokens went invisible.
Yes, but
Yeah.
Clank is still
Um,
there.
I deleted my token.
I
I'm
can't
bringing
move
it back
Clank
up.
though.
I
Nope,
see
I just tried-
everybody but myself.
Me too.
Yeah,
Same,
roll
but I
20
can't
just
talk
borked
to myself.
because
Yeah,
now.
I think roll 20 is having an aneurysm. Great.
Oh,
Yep.
no.
Yep, because I just brought back out Casio and now it's completely gone.
Yeah, my token's also.
Go ahead and
I
reload.
also can't drag.
No reloading Ashford. That's like.
Reloading Ashford. All right, see you guys in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Fucking try to teleport and roll 20 just dies. And now we're all in the upper left-hand corner of the room.
Yep, we all moved back.
What?
Yo, this is the effect of the item. It like
Yeah,
put you back in time.
This is where it came from. It came from right above the stairs. Clearly.
You all fall 2 feet.
As we spawn in again. Okay, well, that was interesting.
Teleport does not cross loading barriers.
Fucking Doctor Strange here. Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
Okay, so does the teleport spell work?
Okay. And you rolled teleport, right?
So if you have an associated object, which is what I'm using, it succeeds on a 1 to a 100, on a D100. So it always succeeds.
Okay.
For if you go to a permanent circle or an associated object, it always succeeds. But other stuff is where the
Go ahead and put
chance.
go ahead and put the description in the chat just so I can see what you're looking at.
Can I do that?
I mean, it's just teleport, isn't it?
He doesn't have the spell on his thing.
Here,
yeah,
I
He's
have
doing
it.
from
I have
item.
it.
Yeah,
Here,
okay.
hang on. I'll do it. Let me open up a different character sheet.
Because none of my characters actually have access to the teleport spell.
There you go.
Oh
There's
wow,
teleport.
that is formatted awfully.
That's how it's formatted
Yeah.
when you import it in.
I don't see
I-
anything yet.
Okay, you know what? Better idea.
I need to fix that formatting. But yes,
Yeah.
let me fix that real quick.
Okay, so you're attempting to teleport to this item's origin through the item.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Using
Not
it
through,
as the
not through it.
associated object. You're using it as
Not
the
through it.
associated object with, as per the teleport spell.
Yeah, he's teleporting, and just using it as like a focus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I would say you cast a spell, everything goes off without a hitch, but nothing happens.
Okay, so that does lead me to believe that it is on another plane of existence.
Doja.
So, Cassia, if you touch it, you'll be trapped forever. Never be seen again.
No, I can banish myself.
You're not Cassio.
You're not Cassio
Oh, Cassio, pardon.
though.
So, if Elaine is confident in her ability to get back,
Also, as we've talked about the whole banishment thing, you go to a random place on the plane.
I know.
There's
See
a
you guys
chance
in
you'll
100
you'll
years.
just die.
No, it still puts you in somewhere that you're safe. So it's actually.
Water can be
Okay.
safe.
Yeah.
Not for
just
long.
swim.
well, Elaine also has magic, which would probably help with swimming, I imagine.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
That bare minimum levitate. Bare minimum, I know you've got access to levitate.
Yeah, I do have access to levitate. Listen, I'm a sorcerer. I'm not a utility caster. I'm a blaster.
All right, so what is the party doing next?
Actually, now that I think of it, I don't want to touch it.
Let's
You
take
don't
this
wanna
to
touch it anyway?
let's take this to the agent and see what he thinks about it.
I
He's
mean,
just
why
right
don't
outside.
all of
Yeah, let's
us
just take it outside the
touch
building.
and go through it.
Well, why would we do that? That sounds horribly dangerous.
Yes.
Also, I wouldn't be able to bring Clank with me.
I want to see the other side. Why
Then
not?
go.
Can't you just hold him?
No. I don't know if that. I don't know how it works, but clearly it doesn't work with constructs because Clank's holding it and it's not doing anything.
You're in a construct.
Clank should be a construct.
No, you're not.
I know. I mean, I don't wish because they're they're not affected by a bunch of helpful spells, but
I mean, we have mage hand if needed. We can take it down.
So what is
Let's
the
get it-
what is the party
let's
doing?
get it down. Let's get
let's
it down.
bring it outside.
Let's take it outside. Talk to Javier. What is his name?
Javier.
Javier.
Okay, so
And then see what his opinion is.
who is carrying it?
Clank.
Clank. All right, perfect. So as you all make your way downstairs and you leave out the door, you step out the door, you see Agent Javier, and you all go walking toward him. But once you all look back over to Clank's hand, he is suddenly empty-handed after he passed through the door.
Motherfucker.
Back up to the room.
We'll be back in a second. Go back inside. Go over to the table. Is it back there again?
Yeah, quite strangely, it's sitting in the exact same spot, same position as it was before.
Do you want to
I
try
mean-
mage hand?
Let's take it to the front door and have him come
bring it
inside.
to the front
Well-
door, and then let's bring it downstairs at the very least, towards
If-
the entrance.
If
Wait,
Javier is that paranoid, he can at least look at it from outside.
I have a better idea. Are there windows?
Well, no.
Yes, we can see windows.
But
No, but
Okay,
I'm
I
asking
know-
the DM.
okay, so the house is probably protected to not let it out. What about
Yeah.
a gate spell or something to let it out? I can open up a gate and we can walk right to my anchor and see if that works.
You can
Yeah, but
try.
don't you want to see like how it teleports back? Like you just yeet it through the window and it's like. "Shoosh."
I do that.
It's
That
easy
sounds
to use
horribly
speakers.
amazing. I want to do that.
So
Just do it.
here's what I will say: does anyone have a passive perception higher than 17?
Yes.
Mine is 17.
Mine
Perfect.
is 18.
So as you all were making your way downstairs to head out the front door, what you did notice is some of the food that had been on the main tables before, that you could see was obviously well overdue, is suddenly looks like it was just cooked.
Oh, free food.
This is teleporting us back in time. That is very useful. It gives me more time to work on shit.
Especially you. Let's all leave Clink to do this alone.
Clank spends like 100 years in a time loop and comes out fucking stacked with magic items.
What year is it?
He doesn't care.
Alright, so what is the party doing next?
No maximum age, shit tons of tools, replenishing resources.
Apparently, we're
Blaze.
throwing it out the window.
I guess I'll have Clank throw it out the window.
Yeah, he yeets it out the window. It hits the window and smashes it, and you hear kind of a bit of a bickering outside as Agent Javier yells up, "What's going on in there?"
It's fine. Where? So wait, did the thing just go out the window?
It seems like it. It broke the window as you
Wait,
threw it.
it's not on the
Did
table?
you see globe fall on ground, Agent Javier?
You do hear him yell, "What globe?"
I'll look out the window. Do I see it?
I'm just looking at the desk.
You look at the
Yeah.
desk and you do see the prismatic shard sitting there again.
Oh, I thought you said it wasn't there.
No, it was there. I
Okay.
didn't hear you ask about the table.
Nice.
Galay's gonna just be like, do we have time? I can cast the ritual and ask Great Bear Spirit a question.
You can do that while we show it to Javier.
No, that might not be a bad idea, actually.
Yeah, you do that while we take it downstairs and have him look at it through the door.
What is a very specific question I should ask Great Bear Spirit?
Oh, it should definitely be me and you, Galay, who choose the questions.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll leave you to that, and we'll go show this to Javier.
Okay. So yeah, you take it downstairs. Agent Javier is standing in the doorway, a bit confused. He is looking at your hands and sees Clank holding the shard, and as he says, "Oh, interesting find you have there."
Touch
Take
it.
it outside. Don't touch it.
He kind of looks a bit confused. What do you mean, don't take it outside?
You can't.
We can't take it outside.
Give it here. He holds his hands out.
No, you can't touch it.
Clank
no.
will reach through the doorway to hand it to him.
Yep. Once again, Clank's hands seem to be empty.
Okay, I'm gonna walk upstairs.
Yeah, bring it back, Gracio. Just do it.
I'm going to cast Gate.
Okay.
My gate. Nomad's gate. So basically, it's just a cube, and I'm making it on my anchor. I'm just gonna grab the object, or grab the crystal shard, and just chuck it through.
Okay. Yeah. You
Like
chuck.
grab throw.
You chuck it through, and you look back down at the desk, and sure enough, there's the shard sitting on the desk.
All right, I'll drop concentration.
What are you asking?
Is you okay?
Caitlin, what are you asking?
Yeah, what are we asking, Jug?
Uh,
Lane and Galay, we're gonna figure this out.
The fucking big brain moments from the two of the dumbest members of the group.
How do we find missing people? I don't know. Is that a good question?
Ooh, that's good. That's a good question. I like it.
Go ahead and roll me a D100, Gully.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Galay and Elaine, a few moments of silence go by as you don't really hear nothing. And then suddenly you hear something that sounds very close to communist Russia national anthem as this deep booming voice rings out in your heads. Yes, comrade, bleh. And it says, the shard is the key, comrade. And you hear a bit of partying music as the voice dissipates slowly.
Yes,
Ask-
Great
ask-
Bear Spirit, good job.
Ask him the second question. What does the shark do?
Comrade, do you know what shard does?
Yes, comrade. Shard is a relic of a mad god.
Oh, the Russian
mad
heart is
god.
dying.
What's his face?
I, comrade, I will convey information. Thank you, Great Bear Spirit.
Yeah, vodka.
I will pour vodka in honor.
And
I
the
want a Suchak for stereotypical misrepresentation.
yeah, the voice dissipates as he goes back to his polka dancing. I don't know.
Great bear polka dancing.
Yeah, there you go.
Kalinka, malinka, malinka, maya. Saduyaga, malinka, malinka, maya.
So, Nikolai will convey this information to Elaine. A great bear spirit, he say, is the crystal thing is key, and that is key to finding missing people, and it's relic of Mad God. I don't know if you've met him before. He's interesting fellow.
God, how do I keep going with different fucking people on these quests? I don't think Clink has actually met
Yes.
Shadowdwarf yet.
I should have brought Garias for him, but
think-
instantly destroy it.
Oh, Shogoras, I know. No, you haven't. But
Because
Elaine would love Shogoras. They're like kindred spirits.
Cyric.
Okay, Shadowdwarf.
You can call it what you want, Jack.
And
Comrade.
then Galay will go downstairs and be like, comrades, it's a relic of Mad God and is key to finding missing people.
Okay. Can I make a religion check to see if I know anything about the Mad God?
I would say you can make a check of your choice. You can make either a history check, since there's been many dealings with Cyric the Mad God recently, or you can make a religion check.
I'd also like to do that because I don't think I've met
Yeah,
him.
27.
You easily can tell, Elaine, you start to bleed from one of your ears. Clink, on the other hand, you easily enough can recall the various dealings with the Mad God. Him coming
All
into
the
this.
quests that my characters have been on, but
Yep.
somehow Clink hasn't.
Clink knows about him. He's good friends with Garias. Garias knows about the Cherny.
The one thing that confuses you though is specifically the relic piece about him. It seems that his arsenal of relics and magical items that he gives to mortals is quite vast. So this must be one of the many.
Must be the work of an enemy stand.
Oh God. Okay, so what is the party doing next?
I guess we just kind of avoided going through the crystal for long enough.
If crystal is key, there must be door.
That is very true.
Oh, this is a
Okay.
great party. Okay.
Ooh, wait! You said a door? I actually have one of those. I'm gonna
No.
pull out
No.
iron door
No,
from...
don't waste it! Don't waste it!
Okay.
I think knows what you're gonna do because he has 3 of those on him.
You just got that door.
Okay, I pull out the door from my robe of useful items,
God
I
damn.
put it on the wall, and let's try to use the shard as a key.
Are you doing that?
Yes.
Okay, so as you take the shard into your hands, the light starts to almost a blinding light starts to gleam from the crystal. Doesn't work as a key as you touch it to the door and try to jam it in the keyhole. But the longer you are holding the shard, the brighter the light's getting. At this point, after trying to fiddle with the door for a few moments, it's been probably about a minute. Almost all of you hear a distant humming that is growing louder the longer Elaine is holding this.
Do we
Yeah, I'm
hear
just
it?
gonna let her do it.
Do we hear it in a specific direction, or is it just humming in general?
Just seems to be a bit of an omniscient humming that's just slowly building. No specific
Sure.
direction.
Dropping it.
Okay, yeah, you drop it and it clatters to the ground, and the light slowly dissipates. So does the humming.
Be right back.
I say
Okay.
we just hold on to this and go through.
I will pick
So-
up Clank because apparently he's going to need to be carried through. Or reconstructed on the other side, but that'll take a while.
Then I guess I'll pick it back up off the ground and hold it out.
Yeah.
One hand under it so everyone can put their hand on it.
Yeah.
So
Galay will our hand on it.
Yep, you all work into a spot where you all have your hand on it. The nomadic Castio, who is very familiar with moving about quickly, teleporting and whatnot.
By the way, we are doing this definitely just like right in front of the door, in front of Agent Javier.
Yes.
Javier seems to his eyes are wide as the light is starting to. You almost can't directly look at the prism as the light becomes blinding. The distant humming starts to become almost ear splitting, and it gets to the point that. To all of you, it seems the floor even is starting to shake slightly. The building is creaking and making loud noises under what seems like a large pressure that's suddenly building. And then it all seems to go quiet. I need to change the music. As it all seems to suddenly go quiet. You all are suddenly standing in a very foreign-looking room. The ground in the center seems to be a bit of a bamboo-like material that's woven together in a mat, surrounded by hardwood floors, and then more bamboo material toward the outside of the room. The walls seem to be some of the walls seem to be almost like a paper-like material. And there seems to be low-hanging arches above your head made out of wood. There's a few people in the room off the bat that you notice the second you're standing here. Men wearing foreign-looking garb, seems to be some kind of lamel-style armor that's woven together in a vest, and they have very large hats on. They all seem to be holding spears. A few of them jump back in surprise as you all are suddenly standing there, but the thing that clicks immediately that's out of place is Cassio, you're no longer, your hand is outstretched to where the shard was, but it's no longer in your hand.
Okay.
God damn it. These guys again?
Again?
Yeah.
Another
We just mysteriously stopped going to the Japan Islands, and so these guys apparently have followed me here.
We're multiplying, guys. There's 2 of us.
Some of us.
Yeah, we're
One
screwed
times
if
two
I have
is
to
two
fight myself.
minus one.
If you're seeing multiple of you, just go ahead and delete one of your tokens. Yeah, those of you who are out in the main room are not there. You actually are all inside that center room to the side.
So, do these guys actually look like the Eshigaru that were on the other island? When Pyre was doing his
yeah.
Japan class?
No, actually, if you were on that mission, the style of building in the room you're in and the actual garb that they're all wearing, even their faces don't look the same. Seems to be something of the sort of building style and weapon use, but not the same style of armor. The people even look different.
Well, hi guys.
One of the gentlemen at the back of the room who's standing off to the side here takes a step forward and looks at the right here, and looks at the group. Takes a step forward. Who are you? How did you get in here?
Do I understand what he's saying?
The Mad God.
A few of the men seem completely astonished. One by the 2 what looked like completely machine-made individuals standing in the room, as they're kind of oohing and eyeing. A few others seem more astonished by the winged gentleman and the completely blue gentleman with omniscient eyes. He says, I'm confused. I don't understand where you all came from.
We were teleported here by a relic from Cyric the Mad God. So if you're looking for an explanation, there probably isn't one.
I have descended from the heavens.
They all of the gentlemen in the room are looking at each other extremely confused. Teleported? What does this mean? I don't understand.
Oh boy.
Can I still feel my anchor?
I would say no.
Okay.
Oh no, I think, oh no. Okay, if it is what I think it is, I try to cast any spell.
Yeah. What spell are you casting specifically?
Shit, great question. Let's say detect magic.
Cantrip. What? Just a cantrip. You gotta. What cantrips you got?
Galay, everyone is making them
can't
very
do it,
uneasy, especially the 8-foot tall behemoth woman.
Oh sure, I'll cast prestidigitation. Just for
All right, what are you doing with it?
I whoosh my hair.
Yeah, your hair wishes.
Okay, so spell work.
Few of the gentlemen look around.
Yeah, if spells didn't work, Clink would basically just collapse on the spot.
Few of the gentlemen look around, thinking a window was open, and they don't see one.
You guys don't have magic here, do you?
You see a few of them ready their weapons as they say, "Magic? What working of the devil? That sounds like." No, we don't do such things.
That one's a witch.
Which
They,
is too fucker.
they seem to get a bit up in arms once you bring up the term witch, and they all kind of ready their spears and what witch?
Point at Clink.
Clink is the witch.
I have descended from the heavens to warn you.
They all are. It doesn't look like they know what to do as they kind of stand there. Either they don't know to attack or whether to run.
So other people haven't just spontaneously appeared here?
By all means, no. You're inside of the fortress right now, and there's only one way in, one way out.
Well, clearly there's another way in. Huh.
The few of the other gentlemen in the room step a bit closer as you see the one that seems to be the one in charge, just due to the apparel he's wearing. He says, "We must bring you to the High Commander. He will know what to do with you. Come with us." He doesn't seem to be asking when he says that last part.
What is in this room?
Seems to be, at glance, an empty room. You do see a few what look like weapon stands with seem to be very foreign-looking swords placed on them.
Is there a small one?
What's that?
Is there a small one?
Small
A
sword?
small sword, like a dagger or something like that?
No daggers. They all seem to be about arm length.
I'm just gonna hold on to this for a bit. I'll give it back if we do end up leaving. And I'm just gonna pick it up and put it into a bag of holding. Which, if these guys don't have magic, it's probably extraordinarily confusing.
Oh, you pick up one of the swords and put it into a bag of holding?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, the gentlemen take another step closer and they're like, "Stop that! You come with us now."
Yeah, alright.
Sticks his spear in.
Galay just agrees. Yes, I follow.
Sure.
Okay. So this gentleman here leads the party into the next room. He'll be standing here, and the party will all move over. I'll try not to grab any of the samurai. Boom. Okay. Yep. And you all are led into the next room. As you're going through the construction in the rest of the building, the doors they slide from left to right and right to left. They open. And they slide the doors open. They move in. The man that led you in here, he goes into a very he posturates in front of the gentleman sitting on the throne. The gentleman sitting on the throne is wearing very heavy looking lament style garb woven together over each other. The gentleman runs up and starts to pass a few words, whispering, and points over to everyone else, and then he takes a step to the side as the gentleman on the throne, he holds one hand out and he waves it forward slightly. Almost gesturing someone or all of you to come a bit closer.
Sure.
Yeah.
I come right into his face.
As you get, I would say, about here, the other gentlemen in the room all stand up and they go, "You will kneel before the commander," and they all seem to ready their weapons.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna guess. No, I don't have that spell prepared. Fuck.
Cassio straight up goes, "Yeah, right."
The commander waves his hand and says, Now, they seem to be foreigners. We will let them tell me why they're in my fortress."
Meanwhile, Ares is just wandering around in the back.
Are you actually wandering around, Ares?
Yeah, just walking the other way.
When you go to walk the other way, this one here steps in your way and says, "No, you stay."
Why?
He says, "The fortress is off limits to foreigners."
Okay, let me get out.
We're in here already.
He says, "You
You just-
must explain yourself to the commander before you leave."
I don't know.
All right,
Explain
this is
what?
gonna be a fun explanation because you're not gonna understand just about anything I say. So, step one: do you know about Ashford?
Ashford, I've not heard of this. Is this a place?
It's a
Continent.
continent.
Ah, a continent, you say.
Entire continent.
Is it to the west or the east?
Where are we?
We have no idea where we are in relation. We don't even know if we're on the same plane of existence.
There is the Great Sea to the east, and then there is the Great Landmass to the west.
Does this landmass have a name?
Yes, we call it Magar. Magaar.
My historical knowledge is lacking on the Asian front.
Galilei, what's your passive perception?
I have like 0 wisdom, my dude.
Okay, what's your passive perception, though?
Passive perception.
Should say it below all of your stats and languages and everything.
Oh my gosh.
To the far left.
Whatever
It
your
does not- It does not.
whatever your perception is, plus 10. Your perception.
My
mod.
perception is 0.
So,
So
10.
it's 10.
10.
I would
Passive wisdom perception's right under skills above tool perfect.
I would say that's
Yeah, I
just
don't
enough
have
that the door to your left, Galay, is
Oh, yep,
open.
there's-
The door to your left is open, Galay, as you're looking at the commander. And in the next room, you sure enough see that shard sitting on one of the tables in there. It's actually right inside the room here. I will ping it. It is right there.
There's a shard there.
That same shard that got you guys here is just there.
I'm gonna.
And you say you have not had other trespassers in your keep.
Back again.
He the person going by commander, he crosses his arm. He says, "Foreigners do not come to our land very often. It has been decreed by the head emperor that foreigners are off limits here."
What would
So the only one who's in a position
happen?
to see that is Galili, right? Or Galai? Okay,
Yeah.
whisper.
What would happen, say, if foreigners come and are lost in your lands?
It happens enough. We have many travelers that come across the great East Ocean. They get lost here on the land and then get turned back immediately. Is this why you all are here? He raises an eyebrow over his mask.
I didn't come across the sea. He just kind of appeared here.
So you are from Magar, you're saying?
Okay, explanation on what that is.
Magar, the great land to the west.
Oh, probably not.
He
Police gonna like elbow Cassio and just be like, "I see shard."
Do you have a map?
he kind of raises both of his eyebrows and says, "Oh, foreigners showing up here demanding maps, I see. Quite
I didn't
strange."
demand a map. I just asked if you
Continent.
had one.
Just in general, like we're pretty sure that wherever we came from doesn't exist here.
Oh, do any of us have a map?
Oh, no.
I mean, I have star maps.
Link, do you have a map at all?
Nope.
How do you not have a map?
I don't know. it just
How do
hasn't
you don't
come up.
have a map?
Because I fly.
Okay.
So you would need a
I
map
fly
so
too.
you can see where you're going.
No, I don't. Because I can just see real far.
The commander kind of lowers his eyebrows and seems to be thinking about something for a moment as he says,
Meanwhile, parties bickering in front of
"Yeah,
him.
yeah, party's bickering," and he says,
Galay will just be like, "So have you found the random crystal-like thing?" and explains the shard she can see from the other room to him.
He stands up once she mentions that and just takes a step down onto the stairs that are in front of the throne and says, "You all do in fact seem to be lost foreigners, not knowing what the land of Magar is or the Great East Sea. Quite puzzling, I say, and Well, yes. Yes, we do in fact have what you speak of. I will not tell you where it is. It's something that seems to be given to us by the stars.
If I look around, can I see it as she's explaining?
Yeah, as she's in conversation with him, you can glance over her shoulder very easily and see it sitting in the next room. He's not doing a very good
I'm
job.
gonna, as he says, I'm not gonna tell you where it is. I'm gonna go. It's right there.
He goes, no, it's not.
Oh, he's outplayed us.
Say us random travelers want to touch it to see if it transports us back home. What do you say then?
Okay, are you guys trying to stealth your way over there, or are you just briskly walking?
I think we're
No,
just gonna
I'm just walking.
I'm slowly walking just in that direction. Oh yeah, we're gonna go.
Well, hold on. As you guys are all attempting to make your way over there, the man with the spear in his hands, he steps in the way of the doorway and waves a hand, and the commander says, "We're not done talking yet. Where do you think you're going?"
I'm gonna cast suggestion on the commander.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh, they don't know what magic is.
They
They're
don't know
gonna
what
be real
magic
confused.
is, so
Yeah.
They're gonna be confused.
I'm casting commander on the suggestion on the
It's been
commander, and telling him, I think you should let us play with your crystal.
Jesus. Hey.
What's your save?
DC 19 wisdom.
The commander seems to he seems a bit angry that you interrupted him, Elaine. But then you see the suggestion spell take root as he says, "Well, it's very unorthodox of me to let foreigners into the sanctum, but I suppose this once you seem lost and new to this land, I can let you see our star given to us." He kind of seems like he's struggling with this thought since this is so out of the blue, and even the guy next to him is very like, "But Commander, we're not supposed to let pieces. Do not backtalk me. Let the foreigners see the crystal."
We don't need to go in and sanctum. You can just bring it here.
Well, okay, but that could cause its own problems. Let's just go over there. I will pick up Clegg. Let's just all touch the crystal.
Well, how did they put it there in the first place?
So,
Good question.
with that said,
I
you do
think we
see
got many more
the
places.
with that said, you do see the gentleman that was guarding the door. He nods and picks up the crystal. Nothing seems to happen. He picks it up and he walks over in front of the group and he holds it up.
When I go to touch it, does it start glowing?
When you touch it, no. Oh wait, is it
Well,
Clank touching it or are you touching it, Clink?
Me, Clink.
Oh, Clink. Yeah,
Yeah.
Clink. When you touch it, a light does start to appear in the center of it, but the man holding it pulls it back to his body away from you, and he goes, "What is this witchcraft?"
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the point. If you just let us, all of us touch it at once, we will vanish and become somebody else's problem.
Yep, we will get out of your fortress immediately.
The gentleman holding the crystal squints and looks back at the commander, who says, "Against my better judgment, I believe they should be able to hold it for a moment." And the man
He thinks it's the best judgment. FYI.
the man nods and hands it over to Clink.
Yeah, whatever. All right, pick up Clank and stand in a circle, touch the rock, and let's go to the next clusterfuck.
Kumbaya.
Okay, yeah. So
Ooh, I'm gonna leave something as souvenir for them. I'm gonna leave a spoon which I'll create with prestidigitation. It should hold for an hour.
okay.
Food appears, tosses it to them, vanishes.
Okay, yeah. So you all put your hands onto the crystal, and the same series of events happens once again. Hear the distant humming. The light seems to get blinding. Room almost seems to shake slightly, and suddenly you all are standing in a very different area. The floor is made of very chiseled stone. Seems to be a deep Ascidian style stone. You can see the windows. Outside the windows next to you is this horrific green mist that seems to be swirling. There are very large doors in front of you that are closed right now.
Hark. Why didn't you bring what's his face?
Oh, I know. Well, because... Oh, wait, actually, I guess he was in the level range. He was in the level range. This would not go well if he was here.
Just instantly has a panic attack.
This is a cool ass map. Chuck, can you send it to me afterwards?
Okay.
Oh no.
Galay is gonna
I
be
see
like,
this in my future again.
should we knock on doors?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, you wrap your fingers against the doors, and the door opens, and in front of you, you see a very deformed-looking woman. Those of you that have dealt with vampires immediately recognize the vampiric plague. As she opens the door, she doesn't seem surprised though. She slowly nods her head in a bit of a bow-like gesture and holds an arm out toward the rest of the room. At the opposite side of the room, you can see many guards are in the room, same deformed-looking individuals. But you do see two very chiseled-looking gentlemen having a conversation at the opposite end of the room.
Excuse me, people that were a bunch of people that have been sent on a wild goose chase by Sirik the Mad God. Where's your crystal?
The woman
What?
looks up, and you can see when she goes to open her mouth to answer, her mouth is in fact seems to be sewn closed, as she just holds a hand up again to the two chiseled-looking gentlemen at the opposite end of the room.
All right, well,
Do
we'll
they
ask
have their
them.
mouths closed?
No, these guys were talking to each other.
Oh, okay. Can I open their mouth?
All right, you're gonna try to open her mouth.
Yeah, I got like a dagger.
Does that matter? Cassie, you can just talk to their brain.
Oh yeah, guess so.
Yeah. Oh, so this lady just walked up to us?
She is holding the door open for all of you.
And I can see these guys back there.
Yep, they seem to be having a conversation.
I'm gonna look to this one here and go, do you guys have a crystal shard here? And I'll describe what it looks like.
Yeah, you are sure enough that you sent your thought pattern over and to receive hers, but you're getting nothing back from her. She just kind of looks
No,
at you.
No, he's saying it to the guy over there.
This
He's
guy.
interrupting their conversation like an asshole.
Oh,
Yep. He's just hearing a voice inside his head.
yeah, the chiseled-looking gentleman, he stops talking and looks over with a smile. Says, "It's quite rude to talk across the room."
I kinda agree with that.
But no one's talking. He doesn't know who's talking. He just hears a voice inside his head.
He seems to have the understanding that one of you is talking to him telepathically, so I don't know if that gives you guys information on where you're at, but...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's pretty obvious to me. So you hear voices of strangers in your head. And
Hey,
those
man,
strangers
clear.
in the room are the
The ladies here
Galay will-
can't do that.
Galay will move forward.
Yeah, you move forward enough. You do feel the not foreshadowing. They seem very malicious. It's
Foreshadowing.
yeah. They don't. You're getting an uneasy feeling the closer you walk to these guys.
All right.
So we're no longer across the room. Can you answer a question for us, please?
They look at each other, and one of them, the one that's farther away from you guys, kind of chuckles to himself as the other one looks over and says, Yes, we've had ones like you come through here before, asking about the same thing, but why don't you stay for a moment, have a conversation with us, you
Because we probably
interplanar...
have a lot more jumps to go before we eventually run into Sirik or whatever Sirik wants us to find. If he wants
Yes, I would
find
like to
anything
get
at
to
all.
the end of our journey.
He nods and says, in a rush, I see. Well, just, give us a bit of humility for a moment. Let us just have a small conversation before we send you on your way. I'm interested in you interplanar travelers.
Well,
Alright.
there was our conversation. Where's the
Alright,
I
what is it
I
you want?
bake cookies and I like bears.
He holds a hand up and kind of dismissively and says, "Not here." He holds a hand over. You see the servant behind you. All right, she walks over. The servant behind you steps over and opens the door, and they both head into the next room. One takes a seat on this couch here.
My chair.
The other one stands here to wait for everyone else to go into the room.
Well, this feels
Does
like
this
a trap.
seem
but
like a
sure.
trap?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, this absolutely seems like a trap.
This-
Who would like
I'm
to play in
going-
this convenient place coffin?
Let's see.
Clank can do it.
I'm going to since I'm still in my step, I'm gonna place an anchor basically 100 feet straight out this way.
Okay.
I'll wait for everyone else to enter the room. I'll be the last to enter.
And I'll try and
Should-
stand in a part. I'm gonna try and stand in a part where I can get to everyone quickly.
Okay.
I shall divine sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
vampires.
they're vampires. Yeah, that you're getting that.
Hey, you never know.
I mean, I think we did.
Sure, I'll go in.
Okay.
Like, I mean,
After
I'll
everyone
stand, like here next to everyone.
After everyone steps in, the gentleman at the back closes the door behind all of you, and he steps up next to what looks like a coffin. Probably is a coffin. And the one that's sitting down crosses his finger and says, "So, interplanar travelers, where are you all
this is-
from? What do you call your land?"
Ashford.
Ashford. Interesting. Who inhabits this Ashford?
We do.
Yeah.
Just all of you?
No,
Yeah,
lots of people
only
like
us.
us, all sorts of completely batshit crazy shit. There's a couple
Lots of
liches.
liches. Lots of
Yeah,
liches.
quite
Yeah,
a few
there's like
liches.
5 or 6 or 7.
one in the
No,
sewers?
please don't. There's a trickster god, but we've hopefully we're going to kill him soon. We've got him
Turning into a mind flayer.
Yeah, he's getting turned into a mind
All I
flayer.
know
It's
is we all taste horrible.
Oh my god, I should not have left the other one. I should have stayed in that samurai one. That could have been a god there.
He nods and takes in the information and says, "Interesting. Who are some of your prevalent gods?"
Oh, that's a great question.
all of them.
So, the one that we're dealing with right now is called Sarek. He's known as the Mad God and has a tendency to just cause stupid, crazy shenanigans happen, like getting teleported randomly to a bunch of different dimensions or universes or whatever it is that he has us doing.
He has a tendency of being mad, let's say.
There is the weird communist vampire cult that exists.
Right. Heard a lot about that one
They
recently.
worship that sun god.
Mhm.
Yo, is
Which is-
Victor technically a god?
Victor is not a god.
No,
I'm not talking
he's not a
about Victor.
god, Lane.
He
He's just a really, really strong dragon.
Please.
leans in a bit when he hears that last part and says, "Sun God? Does Sun God have a name?"
Lathander, I think it is.
He not.
Yeah, Lathander's
The communist
Doesn't
vampire
have-
cult.
You see a very you see a very obvious glance. They both glance at one another as if they seem to know what you're talking about, and the one that's not talking nods. The other one that is talking looks back at the group and says, "That's good enough. I believe we have enough."
Are we in Markovia?
I want to. Well, first of all, I want to roll a history check to see if okay. I have probably heard of Markovia. Does this seem like it is Markovia? Or I'll ask them, I guess. Is this Markovia? Is a 25 good enough to know that Markovia is just Barovia renamed? Because I believe that it was Orange's character that had it renamed. So I
Yep.
think it was actually renamed in lore, not just for Ashford.
The one that was asking all the questions, he chuckles a bit and nods and says, "No, this is not Markovia, although we have heard of the place, and now we know for a fact that you all are from that same plane. Fine, we can let you."
Markovia is not where we're from.
Well, yeah, we're not from Markovia, but Markovia is
We know of
related
it.
to where we're from.
It's a plane close to ours, I guess.
The vampire raises a finger and says, "Let me just improve on this a bit. You all call the plane of existence that you all inhabit the material plane, correct?"
Yeah, I
You
imagine
could
that's what
technically
most-
call it that, yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what most people call their home planes, though.
He smiles and nods and says, "Okay, that's what
There's
I
lots
thought."
of material planes.
He nods and says, "Yes, your material plane just happens to be a bit different from ours. See, this material plane, we have a a shortage of livestock. Food supplies are running quite low for our kind, I guess you would call them, vampires. But
So you want to launch a vampire invasion into Ashford. I'm just gonna go ahead and let you know that is an awful idea.
That is a bad idea, guys.
It's
Like-
awful in Ashford.
There is so much crazy shit going on in Ashford. The last thing you want to do is involved with that. Trust
You don't want
me.
to drag it into. Well,
Yeah.
you
Drag
will
yourself
be-
into that.
you will be dragged down to our level, and trust me, it is not going to be fun.
he smiles and nods and says, "That's what the last ones told me. I agree. It seemed to be a bit of a crazy place, but
now we're the trouble.
humor me for just a moment. Humor me for just a moment. That's all I ask before I
You're welcome.
send."
You're welcome to visit anytime.
Stop it!
Markovia?
Stop interrupting me. Yui points at Elaine. Anyway, so he says, "Humor me for just a moment. I'll let you all be on your way. I'll give you what you seek. The seems to be the crystal key that the last travelers called it. I just ask for one small favor. Just take this with you." He holds up what very obviously looks like a sending stone.
Sure. Can I know
Sure.
that it doesn't work across dimensions?
I think I already do, and if it does, I will be very interested in figuring out how to make one of those.
I want to take it.
Whoever wants to take it, you can take it.
Party starts bickering over who gets to take it.
Ares takes the trap.
Ares, as you take it, while it does resemble a sending stone, you can tell holding it's not. It's something else. It's similar, but
Oh, yes, it has an extra antenna for cross dimension.
it seems a little off. I don't know if you're not the artificer of the group. I'm guessing. Nope. Okay. So yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell much more without investigating it.
Just a simple level 17 fighter.
The vampire seems to smirk a bit evilly as he says, "Oh, thank you for your humility. Just over there," he points at the table that's just behind Ares and Cassio, and he says, "Under those books, I think you can find what you're looking for."
Thanks, and thanks for the future quest.
I'll be sure to give this to Drake.
Thanks for the future quest. Finally, we can earn money. I'm not gonna be poor anymore.
That normal, like, whenever shit like this happens, it's like, oh, this person's clearly going to be a problem. Well, no one's going to pay me to solve this problem in the future. This works great.
So,
All right. So what is the party doing next?
let's
We'll
touch the-
find the crystal. Go to the next place.
Okay. Yeah.
the
So you,
next money making.
We will probably see you later under probably less friendly terms, assuming you are planning an invasion of Ashford.
Yeah, when you start
Good luck
invading,
with
we'll
that.
be there. We'll say
you-
hi.
Kill you later, guys.
all right.
Just remember, I say we all taste terrible.
Is it Cassie or Ares that's gonna shuffle through the books?
Ares.
Okay, yeah, Ares, you shuffle through the books, and sure enough, under a few of the books, you find the crystal. As you find it, it does start to glow slightly.
Oh,
Okay, so, okay.
So I'm guessing.
we'll put our hands on it.
Yeah, he's gonna hold it up. Everyone puts his hands on it, and it starts to glow. The vampires both look on with a bit of amazement as they. It doesn't seem to do that for them as they both kind of watch, studying what's happening, and yeah, sure enough, the crystal does the same effect. Starts to glow.
I can't wait for the quest to deal with them and then be like, oh, you guys again. I told you this was a bad idea. No, hate to kill you.
Can I leave my signature souvenir spoon?
You could
Only
leave a
lasts
spoon
for
if
an
you'd
hour.
like, sure.
Yeah, it only lasts for an hour, so.
And as it same as before, the distant humming, ground seems to start to shake, blinding light, and suddenly the smell of outside and these strange lights hit your eyes. You hear a lot of loud machinery style noises. You hear what sounds like large horns in the distance. You seem to be standing outside, but it is very dark. It's raining slightly. There's these lights all over the place, constant lights. You seem to see large, see-through people in the sky. You hear one, "Try out Vaseline. It is good for the skin." And then you see another holographic one say, "Visit Madame Zazar's brothel for a good time." Yeah, and you all, you seem to be standing outside.
As I hear the
It's
brothel
kind
one,
of a
I'll look to
feeling
Elaine and go,
that-
no.
No, Elaine is not the Brussels one. It's the wrong, you're looking at the wrong person.
Oh yeah, Fen.
Ah, motherfucker.
If Fen was on this mission.
Yeah, if Henry was on this mission, he'd be already in drugs.
In front of you, you see the words. It says clinic, but it's in lights. The different colored lights. The words are spelt out in front of the door in the building in front of you. Building in front of you seems very dirty and drab, made of cement.
So disappointed that I have a feeling there's no way in hell that I'm getting futuristic weapons out of this.
Galay is slack-jawed and surprised that she's tripped into the future.
I'm back again.
Same here. Same for Elaine.
What?
Yeah, this can all be attributed to magic.
We ended up in Blade Runner.
I chose.
All right. So
No, I understand that.
what is the party doing next?
Let's go through the door and demand to see their crystal.
Oh, wait. Before that, hey, Ares, can you just drop that sanding stone over here?
Toast those
Yep.
to you.
It was a very good idea to leave stepping stones in this plane.
Toast, are you here?
W. No, I imagine not.
God damn it.
Well, God damn it, Toasted.
All right. What is the party doing next?
Talk on your own time.
I'm
Well,
very
yeah.
interested in this brothel giant lady talks about.
Okay, let's open the door before we lose someone to the future.
All right. Yeah. So you open the door. You go to put your hand out, and the door seems to swing open on its own as you step too close to it. You can see inside. You think it's music. It's very strange sounding though, and you see tiled floor with a very interesting pattern on it. There's even more lights that are in this next room, or inside this building. And you do see a woman standing over to what seems like to be a front desk. She from behind, she looks a bit weird. Her hair seems to be blonde, but it's like a neon glowing blonde. One of her arms seems to be the similar construct as Clank, and the other arm seems to be humanoid. She seems to be studying something on the counter.
Before even getting into the room, Plink is interested in the door and is going to try to figure out what magic they're using to open the door and be severely disappointed when it turns out it's not magic.
Yeah, but we have similar things.
Yeah, it's not magic. You begin to try to study the magical properties about it, but then you're surprised. It's more closely related to Clank than it is to magic. It seems to be some sort of construct that activates once enough pressure is put in front of the door. The woman hearing that there's a small it sounds like a bell, but you don't see a bell as you step in through the doorway. The woman turns around. A part of her eye also seems to be construct made, as she seems to be chomping on something. She says, "Well, hey there." Gum. It must be gum that she's chewing on. She says, "Do you all have an appointment?"
Sure.
Well, okay. Well, what's your names?
What the hell is this place?
Oh, she nods and she says, "Oh, this is Vamp's Gene Clinic."
Yeah, definitely leave the sanding stone here. That's appropriate.
Okay, what? What?
Oh,
is
Toast,
Gene?
Ares was asked to just drop the sending stone here.
Oh.
And
Can you
then-
explain what is gene to me?
She, continuing to chomp very loudly on something that's in her mouth, she kind of furrows her brow confused and says, "Vamp's Gene Clinic. This is where you can get different cybernetic things put into you."
What are cybernetics?
She giggles a bit. What are you talking about? What are cybernetics? You sillies. She
As
points
he's standing
over.
there with wings.
Yeah, she points over at Clank and Clank. She says, "Looks like those two are really addicted to cybernetics."
No,
You
they're
have an
construct.
addiction?
They're not cybernetics.
You guys have a funny way of talking. Are you sure you have appointments here?
Yes.
What type of cybernetics do you have, ma'am?
She says, "Oh, well, thanks for asking." She seems super excited all of a sudden. She says, "Well, I had my arm replaced recently. This is a bit of a hydraulic arm. I can lift over 3 times my own weight. And then I had my eye replaced. I can read really fast on my magazines, Gal Weekly and all the such. I'm thinking about getting a new harmonizer put in, so I have a very beautiful singing voice. But enough about me. What about all you? What are your names again?" She holds up a clipboard in her hand.
Link is still just analyzing the door, trying to figure it out.
Well, I'm Aries. How does replacing your arm make you lift more?
She says, "What? I don't know how cybernetics work. You'd have to ask Dr. Vamp. He knows more about it than I do."
Another vampire?
She laughs and says, "Dr. Vamp's not a vampire. That's just his name, silly."
Okay.
Just to like
So you-
warn you, maybe you're gonna have a few vampires soon. Like as a
So you-
visitors.
She says, "I've heard of people that are into that kind of thing. I'm not so much one of those, I don't know, weirdos are you talking about?"
Could we get cybernetics?
She says, "Well, with appointment, we do have some openings right now if you'd like to make an
Oh, wait.
appointment."
I would like to make an appointment. What can
Yeah,
you do?
She says, "Oh, well, there's a there's a wide variety of things. You can have your limbs replaced. You can have your digits replaced. You can have a harmonizer put in, different eye sockets. You can also have a complete new you, just like that gentleman over there." She kind of nods over at Clink and Clank, and she says, "I really like the work you two have had done, by the way."
Completely absorbed in trying to figure out how the door works.
Ma'am, would you say that you can make my arms much stronger, like a strength of 23?
She flexes one of her what looks like construct arm, and she says, "Oh yes, you can have different cybernetics put into your arms for such."
Could you make me
How
faster?
Lane gets
Finally,
Into that again.
23 strength.
yeah, but also gets into debt again.
She points.
Dad, what are you talking about? We're never gonna be here again.
Yo, this place is clearly cyberpunk, which means that gold here is like super expensive.
Yeah.
We're loaded.
Yeah. Well, how much does Elaine have? Because I know you just recently paid off the debt.
Right now, because of
right,
the robe of useful
right,
items, I
the
have
robe.
10k.
I have 5,000.
Me too.
So how much is magic reading eye?
She says, "Magic reading eye. What?"
You said you have eyes that help you read.
Well, yes, cybernetic eyes. They let you process information a lot quicker. You'd have to get the neural implants along with it, but that's just a little
How
bit
much?
extra charge. She looks down and says, "Well, right now, 200,000 of Hyperium is what it costs for a normal cybernetic implant for an eye and neural implants."
How much
Right, we
for,
get-
in gold?
She looks over and says,
I'm gonna hold out a gold coin.
"Gold? What in the world are you doing with gold?"
We are rich foreigners. We have gold.
She says, Gold is not worth nothing. It's a terrible conductivity." She says, "We deal with Hyperium currency usually. You all must not be from around these parts."
Madam, would you be interested in copper, perhaps? Copper is actually very conductive.
She says, "We don't, what do you call it, barter much. Usually it's just Hyperium currency is all we take."
How does one get this Hyperium? Say from bank.
"A job? She seems really confused.
Hey, robbery.
I don't
Let's go rob a
know.
bank real quick. Where's the nearest bank?
What's a bank? What do you all...
You just said bank.
No, you guys all said it. She's like, I don't know what the heck you guys are talking about.
Where do you get your currency from?
From my job, she holds out her humanistic arm, and you can see there does seem to be something about her skin that's on her forearm. She says, "We all just use our implants to do our transactions, I guess." She
So there's no physical currency?
she looks over and she says, "No, of course not. Physical currency. That's so old school."
That is true.
Oh, yeah.
This is the age of cryptocurrency. Shit, I don't want to live there.
She says, you all have implants, right?" She seems you can get a sense of fear as she asks that last part.
No, it's
Well, I
against
mean,
my religion.
no. The year last time I looked was 15 what? what is it, 1572?
I don't know.
It says it in Ashford.
Yes, just scroll up.
I'm scrolling up. Yeah, 1572. But yeah, last year I knew of was 1572.
You can see she's getting a bit of a look of maybe confusion or fear in her face as she says, I think you all came to the wrong place. The normal mental hospital is just down the street. You can talk to a psychiatrist there if you'd like.
No, when I went there, they already picked me out.
Do you have a crystal? And I'll explain the crystal.
I don't know what your crystal. She says, you might have to talk to Dr. Vamp. He knows more about the gene clinic than I do. I'm just the assistant, lady or sir.
Wow.
She doesn't know what Cassio is, so she said it exactly like that.
I mean, he's a mermaid. He's a mermaid, basically.
Yeah, so she's like, I don't know, ma'am or sir.
Fucking fish.
You guys, you wait a second. That
Hey,
door wasn't magic. Do you guys have magic here?
Do we have magic? What? She says, you
We
guys
really
are.
don't.
I'm gonna cast the best spell to demonstrate magic. I'm gonna cast rope trick.
She's gonna. Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna climb up the rope into the pocket dimension.
Yeah, she's gonna drop her clipboard and start to scream wildly as she sprints out the front door.
Wait, we can give you the construct, dude, if you give me big good hands. Man.
She is running terrified down the street.
Well, it looks
I'm
like
gonna lay down and say, I don't think they have magic here.
I'm just
God
gonna walk through
damn
the
it!
door.
I wanted my new arm.
Yeah, you seem to be. It seems like a tiled hallway. Very sterile looking. You can see what looks like a bed with wheels sitting in one of the corners of the hallway. You do see a door to your left.
I'll just leave the rope trick there. The rope hanging from.
You go to knock on the door, and once again, as you lean forward, the door slides open on its own.
Hello, is there a doctor in here?
You can see inside a gentleman sitting on I would say it looks like a chair because he's sitting on it, but his head is his head is
But it
in.
looks very weird.
Yeah, his head is encased inside of what looks like some sort of strange material. There's lights pinging on it. You can just see his lower jaw and the rest of his body sitting in the chair. He doesn't respond, but the gentleman sitting over closer to what looks like another one of those beds with wheels, a few other tables strewn about him with a bunch of look like instruments and tools, glances over and says, "Hi, I'm the doctor."
Hello, we appear to have traumatized your assistant.
Sorry about that.
He kind of pauses for a moment as he sees Ares in his wings, and sees the weapons hanging from his from his back and his belt, and then looks over and sees Clink and Clank, and finally he spots Cassio, and he starts laughing. Oh, how did you all get here?
The Rock.
Yeah, magically teleported by Cyrix the Mad God.
Yeah, fucking Dwayne or Johnson.
Are you Cyric?
He taps his chin and says, "Oh, you guys got my keystone, I see."
Oh, goddamn it, Cyric.
Wait, okay. I divine sense.
Yeah, as you divine sense, you can tell the celestial ping that's coming off the gentleman here. He takes a step forward. As he walks, he slowly dissipates and changes forms into this. He sits there laughing. Oh my gosh! What a weird series of events. I don't know how the heck you guys got to this plane, but you gotta get back from where you came from. You don't belong here.
Yeah, well.
Can we get cybernetics? Those sound cool.
Those sound pretty
Yeah, I
cool.
definitely want to read faster.
He then taps his chain and says, "Oh wait, or do you belong here? Wait, where are you all from? Never mind, I don't really care. Anyways, hey, have I told you about my sister Annie? She has a very interesting limp in her walk."
I mean, is
I
she okay?
would love to hear more.
He
Quick question, how do you feel about Sven, the trickster god?
he cocks his head to the side and says, "Sven, never heard of him."
Great. Alright.
Anyway, so me and Sven were going on a bit of a boat trip one time. He starts going off on a story about fishing.
Let's listen to the story.
He
I
is.
want to hear about the limp.
So he keeps going on about the story. Yeah, so we were out there fishing for what do you call those things? Have a bunch of tentacles. They're a bit big, bit scary.
Fish?
Yeah, there you go. Kraken, that's what they call them. Anyway, so we're out fishing. We thought they would really like cow, but they don't like cow that much. Instead, they really like, eating us. So I had to tell the Kraken to go to hell. Anyway, so what are you all here for again? He seems to snap back out of the story.
Cybernetics.
Yeah, cybernetics definitely did sound cool. Also, seems that some of the other people that touched your crystal key thing got a bit lost.
Got a bit
And,
lost. Oh no! He pats his leg. Is that dang keystone on the fritz again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you want a weird sending stone that'll probably cause a vampire invasion?
He says, vampire invasion, vampire schmasion. Anyways, and as he claps his hands, of course, you see the keystone pop into his hand, and he looks at it and says, well, I gotta send you all back to where you came from. What the heck's wrong with this thing? He starts pounding on it very, very heavily, and he's like, that stupid thing's always on the fritz. I don't know what the heck's wrong with it. After pounding on it for a few moments, he says, I don't know, I think that should do it. And he says, who wants it? He holds it up to toss back to you guys.
Cassio?
Well, first of all, Arius dropped the sending stone.
I wanna go over look at this guy. Like, what is this guy like conscious?
He doesn't seem responsive to you walking up to him.
Is he wearing clothes?
Yes.
I'm gonna slip the sending stone into his pocket.
No, actually, no, Ares, I decided against it. These guys don't even have magic, they're gonna fucking die to vampires.
They probably have something to replace magic.
No,
They have cybernetic. They've got cool robot arms. I'm sure they're fine.
There's no sun here, I'm gonna go take out the sending stone.
As you all are kind of talking and doing that, you hear Sirik go, hello!
Hi.
Oh, you didn't want it. We have to give it to somebody.
I'll take it.
He hands it over to Ares. The second it hits your hand, Ares, it doesn't start glowing this time. He looks at it a bit confused and he goes, oh, damn it! And he hits it really hard in your hand, and then it starts glowing, and he says, there we go. I should take you back. Get on back where you came from now.
So is that a no for the cybernetics?
He says, what the hell are cybernetics?
You said you were the doctor.
Yeah, I'm the doctor.
So you're the doctor of cybernetics?
I don't know what cybernetics are, but he looks at Ares and says, looks like you've got enough plastic surgery if you ask me.
I haven't had any. What is surgery?
He says, oh wait, your face just looks like that? Oh, and he kind of backs off a little bit.
Small tear goes down his cheek.
The glowing is getting very bright now.
Galay will touch her hand to the
I'm gonna walk
stone.
away.
Doesn't want to get stuck here.
As he walks away, he immediately teleports away.
Ares is gone with the crystal this time for some reason.
Is everyone putting their hand on it, or are you guys doing what you're saying right now?
Galay's putting her hand
I
on
want
it.
cybernetics.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm upset that I wasn't able to trade Clank for some cybernetics, knowing that he would just fall to pieces once I rebuilt him somewhere else.
As you try to ask Sirik from cybernetics, he keeps just not knowing what you're talking about. He's like, I don't know what the heck cybernetics are, but I do got this. He pulls out what looks like a Chinese finger trap. He says, if you put your finger in one end and the other end, you're trapped forever.
Can I put my finger in?
Give me that.
Yeah, you stick one of your fingers in one end, and now you just have a Chinese finger trap on your hand.
Who wants the other end?
What? No, it's fine if you
Alright, I'm gonna
do it
touch the
yourself.
globe before he
Okay.
goes. Before
Yeah.
he just moves
Yeah,
away.
it's getting very close to him just disappearing now, if everyone wants to.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll
fine.
put it on it as well. I have the
Yeah.
sending stone with me, by the way, just wanted to.
Aww.
No.
I'm not leaving it with the poor people who cannot even
They
cast
probably
prestidigitation.
have-
Is it in your? Is
Done.
wait? Is the stone in your hand, Elaine?
The sending stone?
Yeah.
Probably in my pocket. Why?
Damn.
You wanted
Okay.
to smack it out of your hand.
I was gonna smack it out of your hand.
No.
Once again, the globe glows extremely bright. Distant humming. Ground seems to shake slightly. You hear laughter as you all suddenly, you're standing back inside the cottage that was on the edge of the Copper District again. The globe is not in Elaine's hand anymore, but there are now other people in the room. You see different peasants sitting there having conversation as they play card games and eat. You see a few black guards that are sitting around the tables too, having a conversation.
Perfectly normal tavern. Is Javier still outside?
Agent Javier's not there.
Well, fuck her.
Undemon it. I'm gonna
Do
continue.
I still have the sending stone?
Nope. Or did you put it in that guy's pocket?
No, she took it out.
She took it with her because she didn't want to leave
Yeah.
it with people.
She didn't want to doom the cyberpunk world.
You do still have that sending stone.
Okay, I'm gonna cast banish on it.
Okay. Yeah, you cast banish and it
Damn
disappears.
it. I wanted to send it to Markovia.
That would have been funny.
Oh, you still have a minute. Yeah, there's a minute where she
Yeah,
can
I
still
can
bring
stop
it back.
concentrating on it. If you tell me the idea, I'm
Yeah.
very
We gotta
good.
give it to Drake so we can take it home to Markovia.
Yeah. We should definitely give it to Drake.
Oh,
That.
would you say it's a good prank?
Yeah, we gotta tell him it's a way to talk to other like-minded vampires.
Sure,
Yeah.
I'm concentrating on banishment.
Yeah,
Give it to
but
Drake, tell him to give it to his dad, we banish him, and he'll give it to his dad, and he'll come back.
you all are standing inside this cottage / makeshift tavern.
I'm gonna go over to one of the blackguards and ask if they're sent here to investigate missing people.
The blackguard kind of looks over confused and says, "Missing people? No, I'm just getting something to eat. What are you talking about?"
Yeah, I had a feeling. God damn, we're not getting paid for this shit, are we?
What year is it?
He says the current year.
Ah.
Is my dog still outside?
Does your dog usually follow you around everywhere you go?
Well,
No,
he told it to
I
wait
told it
outside.
to stay.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's,
he
it's
told
there.
us that.
It's there still.
Okay, Bubbles, what happened? It can talk with me, so.
Yeah, you can communicate telepathically with it.
Bubbles starts to tell a story of you all coming up to this building, going in the building, and then you guys coming back out only a few seconds later.
Nothing weird is happening. There was no push.
I'm gonna check my gold pouch.
You're gonna what?
Check my gold pouch. Is it the same amount that I had before?
No. You seem to be extra 3K gold in your gold pouch.
All right. Never mind, guys. We're all good. We got paid.
Okay.
I feel like that is weirder than not getting paid. Okay.
Did we
We're,
get,
we're dealing with Sirik the Mad God. I don't know what you expected to happen.
Did
But
he
why
take organs?
Javier?
Did he take organs?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
It was actually Javier and not just the
That
bad
would
guy
explain some things.
screwing with us.
Well, I did
were
not
those
sense
people-
him with my divine sense.
Were they ever even missing?
It doesn't seem like they were missing. When I
See?
asked them, they didn't say they were even here looking for people. So it seems like we've solved the problem, and nobody knows anything other than the fact that we now have a magic sending stone beacon thing to summon a vampire invasion.
Also, we have untaxed 3K gold.
Yeah.
Wait, do you guys pay
The
taxes?
IRS didn't come for that.
Wait, I didn't know we paid taxes here.
Shh, Elaine, shut up. Not
Don't worry about it later.
The blackguard stands up and says, "You don't pay your taxes." I'm kidding.
Gets tackled by every,
5 level 20 brute fighters turn around and start beating shit out of us.
get tackled by every single guard.
What is the party doing next?
I guess we leave.
Maybe we
Yeah.
should at least go try to see if Javier is forgotten.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, we can go talk to them.
Galay
again.
wants
we might
to
get paid
check
again.
Galay wants to check upstairs to see if the stone's still there, the crystal's still there.
Good
Good
point.
idea.
And yes, Glay, you walk into the room, and sure enough, on the table, that stone is sitting there. The room that you go into, there's no one in the room, but the room looks just like it was when you guys first went in, and the stone is sitting on the table.
Take it.
I'm gonna take it to see if it starts glowing.
Doesn't start glowing as you pick it up.
I'm gonna take it anyway, so it doesn't
I'll-
happen again.
I also want to go upstairs. Is the
Uh,
10 gold I left there still there?
Is the 10 gold you left upstairs still
Remember,
there?
there was a pouch of 10 golds that he found.
That's
Oh
what I
yes,
had money.
yes, it is still there, but now there's a few people in that room.
Damn it.
Should have grabbed it earlier.
I
Hey,
was
I can
getting
guess
phone
it-
calls every 5 minutes.
I'll cast invisibility on him. There you go.
God damn it, Elaine.
No, they're there. It's their gold. I can't just go and steal it. But I am invisible for now. Fuck going.
I
Have
mean,
fun now.
I think I can just.
You
stop
can't.
it.
No, you can't stop it. Stop.
It is.
No,
It's concentration.
No, you can't stop it. It's permanent.
So at the most inopportune time, like probably when Ares is peeing like in front of a guard, I'll.
Why would I be peeing in front of a guard?
If you're invisible. And
I'd
apparently
at
that's what
least be
you would do
flying.
if he was
at least-
invisible.
I'd be flying 40 feet in the air.
And peeing. Okay.
All right, so what is the party doing next?
We're gonna go find Javier.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna.
Well,
now with
is the
the
crystal able to leave the building?
Yeah, as Glade walks out, it's still in her possession.
Oh, where'd you get that?
It was
Probably
upstairs
upstairs,
in the
yeah.
room. It's no longer glowing and shining, so
should
I
we try
think I
breaking it?
just will. I'll just keep it in safe place at the tea house.
Give it to the bear.
I do need to buy vodka shots for Great Bear.
Okay,
If
so
you
the
just let the bear eat it, you think it'd be
I'm
time
gonna
traveler?
go back inside the tavern and ask for a shot of vodka.
they don't seem to have vodka. They seem to only have really shitty ale.
Fine, I'll go to Ed's establishment and get a shot of vodka.
All right, is the rest of the party heading over to see if Agent Javier knows about what the hell's going on?
Yep.
Yep. So you all head over to one of the VFBI headquarters, where Agent Javier's office is. You're let in easy enough. The VFBI know you adventurers always doing random odds and end things. So as you go into Agent Javier's office, he seems to be working on some paperwork, and he looks up and he says, "Oh, yes. What is it?"
Did you
Sorry
send
about
us to investigate missing people?
Someone's missing. You want to make a report?
That's not at all what he
Did you-
said.
Yeah, alright. That's kind of what I figured, but we got paid for it anyway, so thanks for the mission.
He looks confused and he says, "All right. See you later."
More god stuff. This time it was Sirik.
He goes, "All right," and goes back to his paperwork, a bit confused looking.
Hey.
All right. So with that, that is the end of the mission as you all depart the VFBI. So, good job, everyone. That was meant to be a bit of a wonky mission. You were dealing with Sirik the Mad God the entire time, and you all made it through it. You didn't start any fights, which you didn't want to at any of those points. There was a lot of high-level creatures that you would have had to deal with, but you all talked your way through things, worked your way through some of the puzzles, and found your way through the different planes you were sent to via Sirik's door key, is what it's called. I'll put the description of it in for Galay, but it is now a useless hunk of rock. It doesn't do anything now that Sirik fixed it. But you keeping it in your possession, it potentially might do something again in the future. So it's not so much a magic item that you can use, it's more so a random magic item that will just do something on its own whenever.
Figured.
You all did get 3k gold and 3.5k XP for that mission. Since you guys didn't fight anything, it's just a little bit lower XP than it would have been. But good job, everybody. You survived one of Sirik's missions, the Mad God's missions. Him meddling in the affairs of the material plane constantly, and you're better for it. So, like any time with my missions, if you guys have any things that I could have done better, go ahead and DM them to me. Let me know, hey, you did this poorly. You should try doing it this way. If you liked what I did, you can go ahead and DM me and say, hey, you did this really good. If you think I'm ugly and you just want to DM me I'm ugly, you're going to hurt my feelings, but you can do that too.
I'll say it to your face.
Okay. All right.
No way to DM.
That seems like it would be expensive, considering
You
your
said-
access.
You said 3.5k XP?
3.5k XP.
Okay.
Yo, I'm mad I could not be